approximately 25 years later, we went to 1-inch wide tape. And we changed the method of scanning. Instead of going straight down the tape, now we're going to make a really long slash at a very low angle, so that we're actually have approximately 10 inches. Instead of the track being 1 3/4 inches, maybe about 10, maybe more. And it's a single head. So if we look at this machine, the tape comes in on the bottom down here, wraps around this rotating drum, and leaves. Now it enters low and leaves high. The head on the drum is rotating in a circle, and the tape starts low and goes up, and that's what causes the slant track, the helical track. Why do we do this? Well, we can actually get one complete field of picture, a complete image, in one swipe. In a studio of the machine, that gives us the opportunity, with some more tricks, to actually do a still frame. Can't do that with that machine because one swipe of the head is just a small portion of the picture. In this, we can possibly get a still frame. We can even do slow motion if we have enough playback processing. This machine doesn't do that because, like the other two, this is designed as a portable field recorder. So the tape comes in on the bottom, comes in here, goes around, comes out there, wraps onto this take-up reel. One of the issues with these machines is we do no longer have the situation where there is always this one head on the tape. There's this little gap where the head is leaving. It's actually leaving over here as the tape is coming in and entering over here as the tape is going out. There's a little portion of time when that head isn't on the tape. We can make that smaller and smaller, but as we do that, the machine becomes impossible to thread. The guides are too close together. So we have to leave a gap. The solution to that, if you really needed one, is to have a second head that records just the part that's missing. Slightly displaced along the wheel. At the very bottom of the tape, we can record that part that's missing. It's called the sync head. In this format, it's optional. The part of the picture that's missing is so small that it doesn't really have any picture information. It's between the bottom of one picture and the top of the next.
So that's the flyback.
Pardon? The retrace, yeah, that would be the vertical retrace time. Do you need it? Not necessarily. You can reconstitute it if you do all the right things. Because this is a field recorder, it actually needs it. And that's what's not working in this machine. And we can demonstrate that the thing that's not working is that little sync head that records the little piece that's missing. It causes some major consternation in the picture when it's not there. So let me run this up to speed, just like we did with that first machine. These machines have an effective writing speed, that is the effective speed of the head to the tape, of about 950 inches per second, so not quite as fast as that, but then again, we're 25 years later. You know, we can actually pack data more densely than we could back then. And, you know, since this is an hour. So we have a 1 hour load on here versus a 20-minute load on there. So if I start this and I try to play back, if we play it normally, it looks like that. The TV set is getting all confused. Why is it getting confused? Because if I push the picture down, we can see that at the bottom of one picture and between the start of the other picture, there's just snow. That's what we see when there's nothing coming off that head. If this were working properly, we would see actually sync pulses between the bottom of one picture and the top of the next, and the monitor would be stable. But because there's this band of nothingness, the monitor goes crazy when it gets to the top of the next frame. So, was it working? It worked when it went into the shipping crate. When it came out, not so much. No.
So do you think that's a mechanical issue, or do you think it's an electrical issue?
I'm thinking it's an electrical issue. I'm thinking something got jostled. Maybe a connector, maybe a circuit board came loose from a plug. But
The last thing you wanted to do at the show was to open up its guts.
I've done that before, but with only the two of us here, no, we're not going to do that. We didn't bring the repair stuff like we sometimes do. Remember on the other machine we adjusted the tracking control, and we were actually looking at the quality of the picture.
Right.
Okay. This machine has a meter. And you adjust the tracking control, which is kind of a maintenance control, but you can adjust it to maximum level as indicated on the meter. Well, the meter works, but what we're seeing is that it keeps drifting through, which means that the tape is actually being pulled slightly off speed. So you see this maximize and then go low and then maximize. You can see the meter wandering back and forth. Now, I can't tell you if it's just a little bit too slow or just a little bit too fast, but it's moving at the wrong speed, so it's running through the tracking. And you can kind of see something rolling up through the picture.
Okay, stop, please. Okay. Now talk about it.
So, in this machine, we are seeing what happens if the capstan is not pulling the tape at exactly the right speed. I mean, not only we saw with the tracking control that we can be at the right speed but not quite at the right place. If it's worse than that, and we're actually slightly off speed, so we keep going from the center of the track through the edge onto another track, and we keep doing that repeatedly, we actually can see walking up through the picture.
So that stripe going up.
That stripe going up. That's the fact that it's playing back at the wrong speed.
Okay. Can you stop for a second? Right now we're looking at the monitor in a diagnostic mode. Can you switch it back to standard mode?
Yeah, it's not going to be that great because...
That's fine, but what I'd like you to do is talk about this is what it looks like in standard mode, and as a technician, we have monitors that allow us to go into a diagnostic mode, or however you want it.
Sure.
I mean,
sure. So this
is stuff.
So what we're seeing now is the monitor is operating the way it would normally operate, except that the machine isn't. And what the monitor is doing is it's saying, well, at the top of the picture I have a problem. Okay, that's nice. At the top of the picture you have a problem. Now, what problem are you having? Why is this? And The monitor actually has a mode that allows us to put the top of the picture in the middle. That allows us to look at the top of the picture, the bottom of the picture, and what happens in between the top and the bottom to see if it's correct. The official name is pulse cross. So if I put the monitor in pulse cross, I think it's this one. We've actually rolled the picture down, and we've also shifted it sideways. So not only can we see the top and the bottom of the picture, but we can see the left and the right side. We've shifted it both ways. And actually some monitors allow you to do one, the other, or both. This one allows you to do both at the same time. And what we see here is this band of snow, which means that second head, the sync head, is not producing anything. Why? Can't tell you right now, but I see that it's not there. And that explains why the monitor is getting upset at the top of the picture. It's getting influenced by this band of nothingness and trying to do something with it. When it finally sees picture, it's, oh, I got to recover now, and it takes it a while.